Alright, what's going on, guys? So I took a journey out west to Colombia, out to Mizzou basically to hit the slackers out there and to see what other retro game stores there were. Roll it all up into a day trip. I found one other retro store, wasn't really impressed by it, hardly no retro stock whatsoever. Either they can't keep it in or whatever. Guy obviously had a business plan, put his place right next to a Walmart. And I even chuckled with Charlie at Game Theater 2. The guy spent a lot of money on his sign, but you know he could have put that money somewhere else, like in a Super Nintendo lot or something, right? Anyways, so the first I got a lot of Ps1 games, got 2 Super Nintendo games. I've been using my Slackers buy 3 get 1 free, and I have had some luck with Super Nintendo and PS1. A lot of their stuff, PS2, a lot of their stuff has like $25, $30 price tags on it when they're like $12 games. So as far as PS1, the first game I got was Saiyuki, The Journey West. You know, it's the story about the Monkey King and Goku or Sansan, whatever. This one seems to be kind of like a Final Fantasy Tactics type of game, I believe. These next 8 games or so I'm going to show you, I have not popped them in yet to play. So I just know what I've seen when I've looked them up before. This game I've seen, I think once or twice, you know, out shopping, but it's always missing the manual, or it looks like crap. But this one had a nice manual and everything, and it is a 1-disc game, even though it comes in a 2-disc case there. So yeah. And this game, you know, you find this game for under 30. You could probably still find it for 20, 18, maybe 20, 25 out there, but as far as Slackers goes, you know, when I go there, I'll buy, you know, 3 $30 items, get a $30 item for free, or $40, whatever. But as some of you might know, or figured out already, they don't keep a lot of stock out there as far as high-end games. And it's not because they just don't have them, it's because they don't want somebody coming in there and taking advantage of that all day, really. Okay, the first game that I was really excited to find was another Age-Tech game, of course. This one by Success. This one's called Battle Hunter. Sorry, I left a sticker on there. But this appears to be kind of like an RPG. I don't want to use the word dungeon crawler, but you're basically, it looks like you're going into dungeons. And it looks like it's kind of got the same setup as, like I said, Final Fantasy Tactics, like one of those, you know, strategy type of games. So that would be cool if it is, but, you know, personally, I can't ever go wrong with Age-Tech. I like all their games, even just the crappy ones. I find something cool about them. Alright, another game that I bought, not necessarily because of the company Bisonnosis, but I have been told, and I have seen this game before, and it looks a lot of fun, Shipwreckers. And I did mention it is by Bisonnosis. I'll look at all Bisonnosis games if it's got the label Bisonnosis on there. I'll check the game out. They were the first company that Sony had actually, you know, working for them, that was bringing in games and companies. So that's not to say that all their games are great, but all their games are pretty good in my opinion. Or, you know, all their games are decent. It's like, you know. The next game I got here is, I've never heard of this company before. It's called Sunsoft. They made this game, Guardians Crusade. Really don't know much about this game at all. It looks like, you know, it looks like early year PS1, even though it is from '99. I am interested in, you know, kind of discovering what this game has to offer, though. It is an RPG, so it will require a little bit of time playing. So, but it looks pretty fun. I think, what was it here? Yeah, you work alongside, you fight alongside living toys, and you have baby creatures you level up as your companions, I guess. Alright, the next game I got, I just bought this one because I haven't seen it really anywhere, and it's by Sunsoft. I think it's, you know, one of those siphon filter type of shoot 'em, like a shooter games, not necessarily an FPS, but maybe like a third-person FPS. I don't know. I don't really like those games. Like I mentioned, Siphon Filter. Never really got into those games on the PS1. But I don't know really what this game is. If it's more action-oriented or what. So we'll pop it in, give it a try. But more or less, I bought that just because I felt it was uncommon in my searches. Now here's a game that this version is pretty uncommon, I believe. Battle Arena Toshendo 2. This is the jewel case version. When I went to look this one up to check its availability, all I could find really was a long box of this. Some of these fighters, it seems, they had, you know, multiple releases. A lot of games had multiple releases, but I think a lot of these fighters especially. So I definitely picked that one up just to have it. This is one of the more games I'm more excited to find. The price on this one, Jackie Chan Stuntmaster, looks to have risen over the last 3 to 6 months. When I looked on eBay, quick search on eBay, I believe there's only about 3 copies up there, and the first ones that pop up, well, the only ones that pop up, they're all like, want like $50 for them. But I think this game is selling actually around, you know, 20, 25 now. My buddy said that he picked this one up for $8 at Game Trader 2 a little while back. So yeah, this one, you know, just being Jackie Chan, if you've bought the NES Jackie Chan or the TurboGrafx-16 Jackie Chan, you may have the conception like I do that Jackie Chan games are more popular. So that may lead to this one becoming popular, more rare. I don't know. And I really don't know what the gameplay's like. We'll find out. And here's one last game I picked up just because I really want to know why this game is just so cheap. It's $5. It's a game by Shiny. They made Earthworm Jim, and this was one of the games they made after Earthworm Jim. You know, and then that's pretty much the last I heard of them. I didn't, you know, maybe you guys know more about Shiny and what happened to them, but I don't know. It seemed just like such a promising company that for them, in my opinion, to kind of drop off the map, it's kind of sad. Now, speaking of multiple label variances, one that I've been paying attention to are these Fighter's Edge versions of Capcom's fighter games. These seem to be a little more rare, I believe. That might not be the case for like Alpha 3, I'm not sure. But this one I found, I think I paid $16 for this one when I found it, and I may have showed it to you guys already. I know some people in the group have seen it. But yeah, this is the Fighter's Edge version of Street Fighter Alpha 2. A lot of people consider this to be a very good game, one of the best ones out of the alphas, I think. But this Fighter's Edge version is very hard to come by. You see the full black label version of Ryu and Akuma on the front, but if you try to look up and find these Fighter's Edge versions, they're pretty hard to find. And there's a couple other of them that, you know, some of these are hitting high prices for the variants of some of these PS1 games. Let's see what we're looking at here. Alright, here's another stack of games I got recently. I'll just run through this one really quickly. I bought these all because they look fun and uncommon, and they're still cheap. You still buy games for $8, for $5, $8, $10, maybe $12, and it's fun. You know, just like I used to do Nintendo back in 2001, or even 2009 and 10. So I've kind of found that I can go out there and I can get a nice stack of games and, you know, pay $100 and get a nice stack. So here we go. We got Sheep. In this one, you can play as Little Bo Peep, and you can just go around basically herding sheep through different obstacles and traps. It's actually quite a fun game. I have seen this one before, poor condition. But hold out. If you guys see games, just hold out until you find them in good condition. I mean, there's no point in having a, you know, well, I mean, yeah, if you see a disc only of like Tonma or something, you may buy it if it's in good condition, or if it's cheap, you know, wait around until you find a jewel case. But in my opinion, once it gets in the collection, I just like to have it complete. So, alright, the next game, early Psygnosis game, this is Roll Away. And here's one, 989 released this in between their Crash Bandicoot days. That's Running Wild. Here's a fighter by Titus called Evil Zone. My buddy Matt picked this one up, I believe, recently too. And you know, when I see games trending and whatnot, I'll pick them up. Here's a game I'm really excited to get. That's R-Types. It's by ASCII Entertainment, did the port of this. There is an R-Type Complete on the PC Engine. I believe it's just kind of the same thing of that. Now here's kind of a space game, kind of like Star Fox. It's Omega Boost, and the guys who made Grand Theft Auto want you to know that they made that game. here's a game that I had got recently. I might have showed it to you already, but this one's Eggs of Steel. This one had a Blockbuster variant on there, so that was cool to find. Another game by Age Tech that's going up pretty fast. You may be able to find this one for $10, $15 out there still, but a lot of places are slapping $20, $25 price tags on this, and that's Strikers 1945. Alright, and last but not least, I may have showed you this game before, but I want to mention this. Every time I see this game for $8, I'll usually pick it up. That's Top Shop. Love that game. I think I have 3 copies or so now. But it's just such a fun game, and you know, I know people like that game, so I might have a couple of those available when I have a meetup. So yeah, and the other, just a few Super Nintendo games. I've got a lot recently, but out in Columbia I did pick up a Super Bonk. Been trying to combo that with, buy 3 get 1 free, so got that one out of the way. And I also picked up Uncharted Waters New Horizons. Picked up that the other day from Game Trader too. Really excited to play that game. And in the background there I have Brandish. So I did pick up a copy of Brandish too. So, alright guys, well, have fun. I'll see you guys later. Peace.